Okay. Now for some real fun. Let me, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a conversation with all of you. And for those of you who are good as PJ, have a kind bar there. So again, I'm Steve Clemons. I'm Washington editor-at-large of The Atlantic, and we're so pleased to be with us tonight. Now we're going to have one of those deep dives into a highly editorially consequential discussion about humor. And we're going to try. So please welcome to the stage my co-host, co-moderator, Alex Wagner. You'll all know her from MSNBC. Great friend. So smart. And then we have Fred Armisen, Bill Hader, Seth Meyers, and Rhys Thomas. Hey. Hello. All right, cool. I'm so glad you found me.
Yeah.
You know, I tweeted out, I didn't know Seth Meyers, I hadn't met him before.
Right.
And so I did tweet out to the team, said if you didn't see me, and I sent myself out a picture of myself at the Game of Thrones.
And I noticed you right away.
And you did find me that way.
Yeah,
that was great. So have you guys started the vodka dicking show?
We always said we'd vodka dick after the premiere.
That was
right?
I guess we have to now.
Is that part of the party later? There's going to be a big party later, right?
One vodka at a time.
Anybody for that? But seriously, you know, when I was sort of looking at the, thinking about how to start a show about a discussion about mockumentaries, and Alex and I are very serious people. Where do you start, Alex? Where do you start?
Well, I mean, I guess one of the things that I wonder is, particularly in this moment, it feels like parody of information and news.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. Fucking Rhys.
It's my first time on stage.
Yeah. No, the director.
Sorry about Rhys. I'm sorry about Rhys, everybody.
Before we start, I'm nervous because the aspect ratio is wrong. So
yes,
Rhys
was very upset when it started, and as a director who
he was flipping
hopefully
out
you noticed the incredible attention to detail.
Yeah, Rhys is an amazing director.
Rhys is apparently the obsessive compulsive.
Yeah, well, he's a good
So,
filmmaker, and he was going the aspect ratios off. So.
And that was my first question. It was about aspect ratio.
So we're gonna put the aspect ratio back, and then you guys cool watching him again?
I wanted to stop it, and they told me we couldn't do that. So.
Well, I'm sure if you want to do a re-air, people will stay. I guess my question, though, is it feels like... I feel like documentaries are kind of... This is going to be an impossible panel.
You'll notice as the talk show host, I'm going to be the most patient.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Seth.
And he's going to give his monologue sitting down.
I have a kind bar. I mean... All I wanted to say before we continue the banter...
Spit it out!
Do you feel like...
That's very kind. That's very
Do you feel like you guys broke something?
That's so sweet.
Do you feel
It
like
was like Grey Gardens was just something that I knew, and then
I knew if we came in like this and shot it
and then I was like, put that on a 50 and back up. And Rhys was like, a 50? What are you talking about?
I knew it.
And I said, well, put her on a crane. He said, documentaries on a crane? Are you nuts? Handheld, baby.
Impossible. I mean, let's just go back to the vodka dicking.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. So I just saw all of you sitting in the back. Go ahead. All right, Alex, good.
I'm glad to be the comedian.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Oh my God. There's actually a sewage.
Yeah, that's
if
great.
You just want to fast.
Build the theater around
Okay, little Vivi, sit down, little Vivi.
I know.
Build the theater around the sewage thing.
Thank you, Steve.
So let me just say for a minute. I mean, we have a really incredible. All of you are incredible. We have some particularly incredible people here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Rick Hertzberg of Talking the Town is here tonight. Lorne Michaels, we're hanging out. He's somewhere out there. Lorne, hey Lorne, right there in the middle. He said definitely don't point him out tonight. We have David Rothkopf. Where's David? He's got like. Well, David's here. He publishes Foreign Policy magazine. He's like a walking documentary his whole life, right? What? Bob Carey. So there are people here. I thought about this. All of us in the serious world think of ourselves as documentary worthy, right? And so we're all very self-serious and you're taking us on. But I saw you all sitting in the back laughing at yourselves, and I'm interested in what you saw so funny about yourselves.
I just laugh at what Bill's doing.
You're laughing at him, and he's laughing at you?
Listen, we very much, when we've talked about
Had you not seen the show before?
No, we hadn't seen it together.
We hadn't seen it together.
Which was nice. And it is a lot
like... Were you laughing because you wanted to be confident express confidence in your
what's going on?
humor?
Yeah. I'm trying to answer the question. Yeah.
I'm the Atlantic, man. I'm the Atlantic.
Jeez.
I didn't laugh
like
at
the
all.
calmness
The aspect
section.
ratio.
We're
is
feeling
Atlantic.
terrible about cutting Alex off.
Yeah. Oh, really? So terrible. So
There's
terrible.
like so many waters backstage. No, I'm joking. We'd never seen it together. We had never seen it together. We were just laughing.
We enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, and
You
I
know,
like
we're having a
watching
good
Fred.
time. It's a
I
nice
like
night.
it.
So let me ask you a political question. Let me ask you an Alex Wagner type
Wait,
question.
let me
No, you
ask
ask it.
Alex
Alex, you
ask
ask
the
it.
question. How about
Alex,
that?
ask it.
Okay, so
Quick.
I know what you're gonna
Quick.
ask.
I know what you're gonna say.
ask.
Yeah. Let him guess.
No,
Let him guess.
yeah,
Let him
No,
guess.
I know what you're gonna ask.
What?
This is the deal. What ISIS is doing.
Guys.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Give me
sit
a
down.
minute.
Sit down.
Give me a
Sit
minute.
down. Sit
He has
down.
some very interesting things to say about this.
Point
Put
is,
the house lights up.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Did you care that for some people, Grey Gardens is a talisman?
Right.
See?
No, but I mean, documentary. You guys broke the seal in some ways.
Everything we made, everything we used as a jumping off point was something we loved and we wanted to take very seriously. And Rhys and his co-director Alex took them very seriously and made sure they used the right lenses and the art direction was right. And so we always wanted these things to be companions to. Nothing would make us happier than if people saw Sandy Passage and it made them, if they hadn't seen it, would make them go
But
see Grey Gardens.
when you do watch it, it makes Grey Gardens seem sort of absurd.
Well,
I mean, I just wonder,
always thought
can you go back to Grey? Can you go home?
So
again?
I'm gay, so I can ask this question. I'm a failed gay man in D.C., but
I did not know that, sir. Sorry.
But
I didn't know what kind of show we were putting on here.
Gays love Grey Garden.
Yes.
And
Yes, they do.
I
Yes,
heard
they do.
you showed the clip to a bunch of gay folk.
Yeah, but
And how did the gay folk take to Bill and that
Rhys
little
was-
dance? Go ahead, Rhys?
Yeah, Alex and I went to, we screened it for the first time at Outfest in LA, and
How did it go?
it was the best room.
Did you get
show
Bill
it
to do
in.
the dance with the little flat?
No, man, it's been great.
Yeah.
Between Stefan
And I'll tell you something
this,
else.
I have such a great gay fan base. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I'm serious. It's great.
And I'll tell you this, gays would not let it be in the wrong aspect ratio. They knew
No.
right away.
They got it right. Now,
That's wrong, honey. 16-3, baby.
But on the detail, the dance you did, I mean, with the flag and there, you said it was the first thing that you did in the production, that you
It was
filmed that
one
the
of the
first
first
day.
things. That
Yeah.
was my, I came out, I was like, hey, thanks so much. That was like when the crew met me.
So what was your method? Yeah.
And I was like, hey, everybody, all right. And then I did that, and the crew was like, what the fuck? kind of-
But there was an intense amount of production for all of this. I mean, just the oil paintings, the mug
Yeah.
shots,
We had an amazing
the production
crew.
for each one of these.
And, I mean, Rhys and Alex, I mean, that was the thing we said. We really wanted to be authentic to those films. And we had an amazing just department heads. We had an amazing crew. Our production designer, our costumes, everybody whose names I immediately forgot. 'Cause I don't talk to them. I don't look at them. But they are great people. But
Katie Byron and Mary Lou.
Did you have leftover footage? I mean, I would assume making a documentary, you actually have more footage than you can use, even a mockumentary, even
Yes.
if you're making a mockumentary.
Yeah.
And what happens to that footage?
Well, the other funny, some of it's funny, but the funny thing is, like, so many mockumentaries, if you go, okay, we're gonna do something in the Maisel Brothers style, that we would do is we would go, okay, so we'll just cut away to Fred doing this, and you go, oh no, they wouldn't.
They would only have one camera.
They only have
so
one camera, so you would have to figure out a way
Yeah.
of motivating the camera to that.
we
You
had
know
to
what I
keep
mean?
Stopping, because your instinct in comedy is always to you cover everything just in case you need to pull
So-
up a joke or whatever. And you
So let
couldn't
me
do
ask an Alex Wagner type MSNBC question.
Who's that?
With when you see performances like Donald Trump and Ted Cruz and Mike Huckabee the other day, does that threaten your business because mockumentaries are becoming real life?
Well, I don't know if we think of them as mockumentaries, really.
Really?
Because
No.
to us, it's more like, we just wanted this framework to tell these stories.
Right.
So it's not really,
Yeah.
it's not that direct. It's more like a celebration of those styles more than
Yeah,
anything else.
I'm a big film fan, so it was kind of like getting a chance to, I get excited when they say, we actually got the lenses they shot, Thin Blue Line on to do this Thin Blue Line parody.
Wow.
And we're like, yeah!
And we tried very hard for all of them to have beginnings, middles, and ends. Like, that was a thing when we did this. You know, we had obviously spent so much time in the framework of SNL sketches, and those kind of sketches were what led us to this. But it was nice to have, you know, 22
Yeah.
minutes.
Can I ask
Yeah,
you
go ahead,
Steve
please, yeah.
Clemons' Atlantic
Oh,
question?
great,
Oh,
yeah.
I guess when we look at Vice in particular, it really skewers what we think of, or what some people in the media think of as hipster Brooklyn culture. And we're all sitting here in New York City. Some of us live here, and Grey Gardens is obviously hilarious parody, but there's like a slight, maybe viciousness a little bit in the Vice. It's more of a, I think, a takedown
I wouldn't
on
say
many.
slight if I were
Yeah,
asking
okay.
you a
I
question.
I wouldn't say at all.
Yeah.
Because that's just their style. That's just the way that they are.
I do
They're-
think that, yeah.
You
if
know,
it's
half the audience is Vice tonight.
But
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's just.
But no, it was edgy. It's the edgiest because I would think that Vice would even say like their style is the edgiest. Like
right.
that
That's
was
the
but
only
they're
way-
also
that's the only way to
completely
do it.
self-involved.
They really
bumbling,
liked it.
Kind
Because
of
it was about
asshole.
them.
It was about
So
that.
it's like that's like.
They're actually really helping us a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's about them.
I guess I wonder if you could tell us a little bit more for people who aren't familiar with what else is coming up in the series, sort of how you figured out what you wanted to choose.
Yeah,
What
we have
you wanted to mock.
4 more. We
Oh,
have
we
a-
should congratulate you because it may not be out just announced today that you've been renewed for a new series with IFC.
Yeah.
Before
it
the
began.
premiere.
That's such a like.
So thanks to all of
3
you.
more years,
Before the premiere, they've been renewed. So is
Yeah.
that a big deal?
Yeah, I mean, we're very excited. I mean,
You have
from
a
the
job.
very
like,
beginning.
freaked out now, like, oh shit, we gotta think of more.
Yeah.
But so back to Alex's
definitely
question, which I interrupted, and I'm sorry, Alex.
Oh,
yeah,
we
have
were
a-
surprised. What, Alex?
Pay me back in deference. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Thin Blue Line parody.
Yeah, Thin Blue Line parody, which is very funny. John Mulaney wrote that.
Yeah. There's the Eagles documentary, sort of
This
inspired.
thing called Gentle and Soft, the story of the Blue Jean Committee, which is a band that Fred and I are in. These kind of Chicago band that
And you
decide
did
they
this
wanna be
last
a-
night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you-
Very
They
soft,
performed on
soft
late night.
rock.
They're,
Yeah.
they're a Chicago band that decided they wanted to be a California band.
Yeah.
It's a special two-parter as well.
And
It's-
it
and
is a
that's two
two-parter,
parts,
yeah,
so, yeah.
much like the Eagles doc. And then Fred, this is the most Fred idea for a documentary. Fred wanted to do that small town in Iceland every year has an Al Capone festival.
I want to see that.
And I will say, we shot 2 episodes in Iceland.
Wow.
Yeah.
And-
this Nanook of the North one that Seth wrote, Fred, they shot that in Iceland. I wasn't there, so I was like, I'm not fucking going to Iceland.
But the Al Capone festival is fantastic because it's like Fred, Eddie Bryant from SNL, and then all Icelandic actors, and they're fantastic.
Also, Sandy, I just also want to point out, I've been saying, Sandy Passage, did you guys watch that? Seth wrote that, and there's no improv in that. There's 0 improv in Sandy Passage.
Wow.
I lose
That's
my
what a
mind if
good-
people go off script.
No, but I just wanted to point out that's what a good writer Seth is. There's not a single piece of improv in that entire episode. And the same thing with
So
Nanook of the North too. When you
So
see that
Seth
one,
is a great writer. I did notice you're not performing or acting any of
Yeah.
it. So what do these 2 guys have that you don't?
Skill,
what is
talent, charm, range. We do a documentary about a man who sits behind a desk. I have the inside edge on that.
Oh yeah, we'll do like a Spalding Gray type of-
That is a phenomenal amount of prep work. For each one of these, you could spend months just figuring out Big Edie and Little Edie, or you know, you play multiple Vice reporters who get slaughtered in the course of 22 minutes.
Yeah.
How long did this take, and what I mean?
Well, the actual production, like shooting it was like a month and something.
Yeah, it's like a month, like 20-something day. Yeah.
I mean, what Rhys and Alex. By the way, Alex, can you stand up, please? Alex, the other director here. Alex.
Oh, Alex is cool.
This is amazing. Alex. These guys really work hard at making sure that. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, how long did it take to shoot Sandy Passage? Like 3 days?
It was like 3 days, yeah.
3 days to shoot that.
But it's so, when you write, and this is something you learn at SNL, when you have this incredible crew, you write something, and then you just hand it over, and you don't have to solve any of the problems. And I remember we were doing a walkthrough of the Sandy Passage house, And Bill said, oh, I can do this thing where I can just drop out of frame and it'll look like I fell through the floor. And I said, oh, that's great. And I just like typed it in. And I went, I'm done. I did it. I put it in the
Yeah,
script. So
he
it's
just
done.
like, it's done.
And then I said to Rhys, so he has to fall through the floor. And he was like, then
Right.
we just walk out.
And
We're like,
Rhys
we're
was
going to
like,
get lunch.
so he'll fall through the floor, and you can see the first AD and all these people that work at SL going, wait, hold on, wait, he's gonna fall through the what? Wait a second.
And I'm like, it's in the script. I put it in the script.
It'll be all right. He's gonna fall through the floor, and it'll be all right. And then he falls through the land on the thing. It's gonna be all right.
Have you guys had any real documentarians hang out with you or talk to you, or do they hate you for what you're doing?
You guys
Like
talk to a
I tried to
bunch
get
of-
Alex Gibney to come tonight,
Yeah.
but he's on an island somewhere, and
Alex
Andrew
mainly,
Jarecki.
He's pretty
our
busy.
opening title sequence, we feature all those landmark documentaries,
Right.
and when we
And do they feel honored by that or threatened?
They all
Oh,
okay.
they're pretty excited.
Yeah. No, we like Micah Gardner. I think he's here somewhere. One of our editors.
Micah, where's Micah Gardner?
There he is over there.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did the opening title
Yeah, he did the
sequence.
opening title sequence.
He
as
built
director.
that. But by the way, just off, I think like a sentence description, like something like this, and it nailed it immediately. But yeah, we had all those clips in there, and it was like this wish list of like, oh, this would be amazing if we did that. And then we slowly started reaching out to these filmmakers to see if they'd be cool with it. And I don't think we got a single no in the end, right?
Wait,
No,
you said
it's
Jarecki's here?
Where
No, I invited them. I didn't
Oh.
hear from them. I didn't hear yay or nay, so I just thought maybe they don't like you guys.
Is his
Well, look,
goatee
he's so
here?
young.
Go ahead.
But yeah, everybody seemed excited, and I mean, again, I think what we're trying to do is sort of, I think, hopefully, this will encourage people if they haven't seen some of these documentaries to go out and see them.
Yeah.
So I think, again, anytime you're shining a light somewhere.
How
it's
did
good.
you? Helen Mirren is the
Yeah.
the
The
sort
queen.
of host.
Yeah, I mean, how did you get
Helen
Yeah,
Mirren is
yeah.
the Alex Wagner of the
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
documentary series.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
We
she's-
said that. We
Yeah,
said we wanted-
Could you
yeah.
just in a red dress? When you were pitching this to people like Helen Mirren, who were very serious thespians.
Yeah.
I mean, was it an immediate like, yes, I love it, and then also so from that level to the I don't know who your extras were in Ciudad Juarez or the fake Ciudad Juarez, like people who maybe haven't seen Vice.
Yeah. That,
Right.
was,
Did
all,
they
that
ever-
was all Helen Mirren as well.
That was
She
all
played
Helen
She's
Mirren.
incredible.
The old lady, that's
Everyone
Helen Mirren.
that's not Bill
that
and
band,
Fred is Helen Mirren.
That band.
Amazing. Her
It was like Polar
versatility.
Express.
Great. What's that?
It was like Polar Express.
Yeah.
But with Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
She played all the people. Those are all CG people, and it's Helen Mirren.
Helen hosted SNL when we were all there, and I ran into her somewhere, and she was just couldn't stop talking about how much she liked Portlandia.
I ran into her at what, Equinox?
I ran into her at Equinox. There's a special Equinox for British people who live
Yeah.
in New York.
With stroll machines. It's not a treadmill, just like stroll machine. Little machine where you make tea, but it's
Umbrella
like
up,
weighted down.
umbrella down,
Umbrella down.
umbrella
Umbrella
up,
up, umbrella
umbrella
down.
down.
The weather report today at the BBC.
But Helen loved Portlandia, and this also being an IFC show, I immediately said, "Oh, we're going to call you and ask you to do something." And I said, "It's a very little amount of money, and we're going to need a whole day."
You used all the bait.
But no,
Yeah, she
it was
did
so
it. It was
fantastic.
so insane. I remember that email to Andrew Singer, our great producer, Andrew Singer. who's
There,
here.
Andrew.
And Eric Kenward.
Eric Kenward, another producer.
And, yeah, I remember him, I got an email, and it was like, we couldn't clear this song for Blue Jean Committee. Helen Mirren's hosting. Your wardrobe and Sandy Pass. And I was like, wait, back up. What?
But so then with people who had never seen this stuff,
Yeah, I
who
mean,
you
I
convinced
guess.
to be in it.
I
What's
mean,
that?
well,
Well,
you
I
mean
just-
just like, I mean, extras, I don't know how to break this to you. You can get them for most
Well,
anything.
yeah, no, but I just,
Yeah, it's
Well, I'll
pretty
do your
easy.
extra work, but I'd like to see script.
Yes. I haven't seen the film.
Can I have a reel?
What's some of your other work?
I guess we think that
I'm standing in the background. I'm having a
$2
conversation.
in a sandwich. You should have said that.
$2 in a sandwich. Well, I can I'll be on a bus right over.
I will say.
Hello, my good man.
I'm going to try and answer your question.
Let me ask let me ask an Atlantic-style serious question.
Jesus Christ.
railroading.
So much preface.
I know,
so much
question
question
Let me
preface.
I
ask you
wrote
a
this
question
down.
from a
I want to
gay man.
ask a serious question because we're being filmed and this is going to air, and I
You
have to
are?
sort of.
Oh, no.
I have to,
Oh, we were talking
yeah, I
about
have to.
that.
What's that?
We didn't sign off.
We didn't sign off for the
on
item.
that. No, dude. We didn't sign off on that. Cut it.
Cut it.
Well,
No.
can we see it?
Yeah. Right, can we see it? Right. But I mean, what is the life of a comedian like? I mean, one of the things that
Oh
popping
my
up,
God.
you know, like
That's the Atlantic question.
I mean,
What's the life of a comedian
Cancel
like?
that
No, but I mean,
Yeah, cancel my. Let's take that off the old iPad.
I have been thinking.
Jesus
I mean, it just
Christ.
sounds. It just sounds
Is it still
miserable.
fun?
It sounds miserable, right? Because
Was I a class clown?
No,
Yes, I was the class clown.
Are you worried that every time you succeed, it's a fluke? It'll be seen as a fluke. I mean, dude,
What kind
Not at
of?
this point,
This is a
probably.
hard-hitting question.
No, I think.
No, I've talked to comedians. They're the most depressed people.
No,
and I'm
no.
just sort of
Oh,
ignoring them.
look at us. Ask another question. Look at us. We're savage.
I will say this. We were lucky enough to come from an ensemble world of SNL, and so
Back to Lorne.
we got to. I think one of the reasons we still have fun is we surround ourselves with people we have fun with.
Yeah.
As you know.
Cool.
Lauren, you see what?
I know
You see what we're doing up here for you?
We're taking audience questions.
Yes, we are taking
Okay.
audience questions.
Do you guys all work at the Atlantic?
Okay, where do we have audience runners? We have people who want to make comments,
All right, so we got
questions.
people with
I want to
mics
make
there
sure
now.
that David Crane gets in here. This is a guy you make he's the CEO of NRG Energy. It's a big energy company. He started life as a pizza salesman in Hong Kong. So it's a true story. It's like a true
I
story.
want him to be like, I
find
have
it
no
very
question.
funny.
I didn't want people to know that, buddy. I really
told you that in
I told
confidence.
you
David, you have a
confidence.
question?
I don't want people knowing about the pizza
No?
and shit.
Yeah,
I'm doing very well right now,
been running
thank
for that my whole
you.
goddamn
life. You were very nice as the ladies on the screen. It was very funny. I don't know what you want me to say.
Comments, questions? There we go. Where's Bob Carey?
Jeez.
There's Bob.
Bob's like,
Yeah,
I don't
Bob.
have a question.
Senator, why aren't you running for president? What's wrong?
All right, I think we have a question over there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Robert George.
Thanks. The question that immediately came to my mind looking at Sandy Passages was, who directed all the animals?
Oh, yes.
Good question.
There was an
Very
animal
Was this you?
director.
There is an
There's
animal-
an animal director, but it's
There's
an
a couple.
animal, but
It
it's
was-
an actual animal.
Yeah, it's an animal.
So,
It was a ferret.
it's a ferret.
It's a little ferret.
And he
They
talks
came
in
in,
this language.
little ferret, and it
Did
was
someone get to keep the raccoon?
no, the ferret. Keep the raccoon.
We killed all the animals.
Yeah, we killed.
No, you guys have a
That's
story.
last time you see those animals.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's a wrap on raccoon.
It's like. And then you kind of just tossed it aside.
Yeah.
Wait, what was
No,
it like
it
working
is-
with the
it is-
But the little ferret came out and it would direct and be like. And the raccoon would be like.
Others.
Next question.
Where's Lloyd?
Now, should we answer him seriously? It's just
No,
people,
it was
it's people
just,
in
it was
costumes.
a couple. Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
A person in a
That's
cat,
all.
a person
Just
in
a
a cat
wig.
costume and a person in a dog costume come out.
That's
It
it.
was
It's
like,
fast.
you can laugh all you want, assholes. This is how we make a living.
Yeah, it's faster that way.
They freak out.
What?
Yeah, they did. Scripted.
They were scripted by Seth.
Yeah. Everyone has to do it the way I wrote
People
it.
dressed like a cat and dog.
There's some down here.
Stand right here. Wait, we gotta go to the mic, because
I can hear you.
we may not be filming.
Guy, just talk.
Hi. I just wanted to start by saying that I work in media, so I'm down for $2 and a sandwich if you ever need someone extra.
Okay,
Hey,
great.
All right.
All right.
All right.
$2.
We don't get paid very much.
All right. No, all right. No, I get it.
I was just
on,
wondering
get
if
serious.
working in comedy, how many takes you have to do for each scene, and if you ever feel
good
less
question.
funny doing it over and over again.
That's a good question. In Sandy Passage, the scene where I'm yelling at remember when you're in bed and I'm yelling like I could have been married and I'm really close to
Yeah.
the camera? That was a later take, and Rhys was saying you should get like really angry and get emotional. I remember that, and that like was good because initially it was like you try to go for the laugh and stuff, and was going for the laugh. It didn't feel right, but Rhys was going, no, make it feel real, and I got really worked up and kind of started crying a little, and it's all in there a little bit. I got really mad.
Wow.
And
So the 16th take.
16th take.
How many takes do you normally take?
I do one.
Yeah, I thought so.
One take, Freddie. He does it, and he goes like that. He goes like that.
And only then, Rhys can't say cut till Fred does that.
Yeah, when Fred says that, Rhys is like, cut. Yeah, right. I guess it's lunch.
Somebody go to Lloyd Grove. Lloyd, where are you? Lloyd? Yeah, you guys. So Lloyd can write about himself in his gossip.
You know
column,
everybody.
Right? So go ahead.
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Lloyd. I have to think of a question. No, so in envisioning this whole series, were there any so-called mockumentaries that you really admired? I mean, I love this, but one of my favorites was This Is Spinal Tap.
The
What is that? I don't know what
I'd say the Ruddles.
The Ruddles.
The
The
Ruddles.
Ruddles, yeah.
Ruddles, yeah.
That's one that was definitely a big influence.
Yeah, the Ruddles was huge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lloyd.
Other questions? We have one here right in the front.
The
Zach
cab driver's
Carabell.
gonna be like, it's Lloyd.
This is Zach Carabell. He's a dangerous man. Sam, we need a mic.
We can. You got it.
I
We'll
hear
hear
you.
everyone in
We'll
the
repeat
audience.
your question.
No, yeah, we'll
That's
repeat.
amazing.
You know everybody.
You know every
This
person
is
in
David.
audience.
He works
Yeah.
at the bodega by my
I'm
house.
making up. I'm making up their names. He did have a pizza shop in Hong Kong, and his son is climbing Mount
Did
Fuji
not
tonight.
want to know
Yeah,
again.
this is
Please
true.
don't
I
come
think
back to me.
his
Please
son-
don't come back to me.
I feel like I'm at a mentalist show.
I know.
You worked at a Stop and Shop. You have a 5 and a 1 in your wallet.
His son was the
Stand up,
first.
sir.
His son is the first openly gay young man to climb the 7 summits of the world as a fundraiser for the Trevor
Again,
Project.
I don't want people knowing this.
Is that right? Is that right? Yeah.
I didn't
Okay,
tell anybody.
I didn't tell anybody this.
I told you that in
I
confidence.
told you all this in confidence, you asshole.
You know what, why are you doing
I
this
can't
to me?
I can't have a dinner with you without you getting up on a fucking stage and telling everybody.
Why are you doing this?
Jesus Christ.
Are you mad at
I'm proud of my son. What did I do to you?
I've never seen Steve Clemons and Alex Wagner more overwhelmed by an interview in my entire life. So kudos for that.
Yeah.
What were the ideas that you rejected when you were thinking about topics?
There were a few things that were just too.
That's like an Atlantic-style question.
Right. The staircase was something we messed around with, but I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's because it's so
Which
many.
one?
The staircase.
Oh yeah, the staircase.
Just things that were too long.
And then there was
that
one.
couldn't-
There's a great. I love Frederick Weissman documentaries. So we had the high school, this documentary high school. We were going to try to do that. It's a big ensemble thing, but it got a little too unwieldy. And then we had another one that we actually started writing, and we just in the middle of they were casting it and building sets, and we realized it wasn't working, and we scrapped it and did the Thin Blue Line one instead. And again, that goes to that SNL training where we were pretty much the only ones not freaking out. I think the producers were freaking out. But.
A little bit.
Rhys, you said that Sandy Passages was actually filmed on the West Coast. Tell us a little bit about how you put the where you filmed and how you figured out where you're going to film.
Well, the West. I mean, we were based in the West Coast, so
Yeah.
it was.
It
It
looks
wasn't
like-
Right by
it looks like
USC.
Yeah, where's
It's right
the,
by
where's
USC
that
It
house?
looks like it looks
Yeah.
very, very.
If
Yeah.
you pan the camera, they did such a good job when I'm looking at my garden. If you just pan the camera to the right, you would have seen like a bunch of students.
Yeah,
and
satellite
It
dishes.
was like USC.
Is that a
right
set?
there.
Is it a
That's
set?
all inside. Yeah.
No, it's just a house. There was
No,
a
no,
suite.
outside.
Yeah, outside. Yeah,
It's not inside, Steve. It's outside.
yeah. No, it was just the little streets in West
Yeah.
End. So there was like
Got
abandoned
it.
houses and yeah. See, I've plenty of
So, yeah, yes, thank you, Rhys.
That's right.
I'll try. Other questions, comments, right here in the middle. Sam, over here. Go ahead. Got 3 more minutes, man.
Bill and Fred, you did such a phenomenal job playing.
Why are you doing this?
You're getting praise. You're getting praise.
You did such a phenomenal job playing murderous old cat ladies, but there's a lack of the female voice in the show. Would
And
you
on
ever
the stage.
consider doing like a mockumentary on Women Aren't Funny? On the documentary, women in comedy aren't funny. Like,
yeah, I don't think so. I mean, mostly because like we didn't want to use any source material that was already comic. Like Michael Moore is a style because he's comic wouldn't be fun to mess around with. So that is kind of one of the things.
Yeah, it's kind of the harder thing. It had to be kind of more serious.
Yeah, or dry. I mean.
Yeah, just dry and important.
So, let me ask another Atlantic type question. What is
guy.
what is the line for humor? No, I mean, but because I talked to Alex Wagner on her show about ISIS. I'm the ISIS guy, right?
I hope you're not
I have
an
people
ISIS
who
guy.
tweet.
What? You're what?
I'm the ISIS guy.
Wait, hold on. What?
But
they know you're gay?
You know you're gay? That was his joke. That was his joke.
He's okay.
He's all right. He's okay. I like him. No, but he's all right.
He's all right. Leave him alone.
We know, but it's all right.
Long wind up with the questions,
We
but
did
he's a
it.
good guy.
He has a point.
You do drug cartels and you take on other bad guys. Would you do one of the ISIS videos? I mean, where's the line?
The drug cartel.
They're a bummer. I think that's why they're a big bummer.
No,
But the drug cartel, that's an easy one because they will never find us. The real drug cartels, we dare them to come find us.
Yeah, come find us.
Come on.
Freddie, no.
Come on.
No.
Us, right here.
No, Freddie.
Come and get
Freddie,
us.
no,
Come
Freddie. No, Freddie.
so there is a line.
No. Don't do an accent. Don't do an accent. That's so bad. Don't do an accent. Let's talk about this guy's life a little bit more. Were you married before?
Yeah, next season we're doing him.
We're gonna do
a story about him.
With him and his he used to summer in the Hamptons.
So there is a line.
There's a line, yeah.
There's a line. Who makes the line?
You filmed that after El Chapo escaped.
Yeah.
No, before.
I mean, sorry,
We're
before.
geniuses.
Yeah.
We knew, and we had nothing to do with his
Yeah,
escape.
right.
IFC, I can't point at IFC.
Yeah. I should say IFC had some very inventive
Inventive
marketing,
yes.
but they had nothing to do.
Nothing to do with El Chapo.
Uh-huh.
What was the thing we
That's
were
right.
saying when El Chapo was right?
El Chapo is going to come to Portland to find Fred.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he's going to go to Powell's bookstore.
And he's going to stop there and he's going to go like, I like these books, man.
Alice Sebold is going to do a reading here.
I like these calendars.
When he ran out, he had the IFC sticker when he escaped. Yeah. I said, always be weird.
To wrap this up, would you ever consider doing anything along this line with sort of real, like Sacha Baron Cohen does, or Ali G style, where you would go to, say, the White House Correspondents' Dinner, or go hang out with Joe Biden?
No.
Would you?
No.
It all has to be written and scripted.
Yeah.
Because it's been done so much. And
Yeah, the
also,
live-
it's hard to get.
tense.
Yeah.
The kinds of things that Alex does, where she's got to invent the whole show on the moment, right?
No,
I think
we like
this is
it.
the hardest thing I've ever done.
We like.
It's too, that's like hidden camera stuff. That's
Yeah.
like too.
We like.
Also, we weren't trying to do anything that somebody had nailed before. If someone as funny as Sacha Baron Cohen had done.
Yeah, we just like the films, and like I think the idea of someone flipping through the channels and being like, oh, there's Grey Gardens, and then going, wait, why's Fred Armisen in this? That's why that was the goal, and I think Rhys and Alex.
I
and
can't
the
even
team
remember the original actresses now. I can just see your faces. I mean, there's a great picture of you out in the hall
It's
that
them.
people are
Yeah.
taking
They're not
selfies
actresses.
with, right?
But I think
Oh,
more
yeah.
than
Yeah.
anything,
Oh, they're not
It's a
actors. Well, no, there
documentary,
was a.
I'm a guy.
There's a
No, there was an
version.
original, and then there was
Yeah.
the
Oh, Drew Barrymore version.
Drew Barrymore
Right.
version, right?
but we,
You forgot that.
I should say, like
Are you guys hungry? And
This was a filmmaker show, and,
Yeah, it
and
was.
these guys did such an incredible job, and that's where we're so happy to turn it over to their hands. And I think when you watch them, you'll just be blown away by the attention.
yeah,
to
it
detail
really
in this
is
too.
like Rhys and Alex. The filmmaking is so in the foreground, and I love it that you can make a show that's funny, but also really cinematic as a film lover, and so.
Are
that's
you
what's
and
so
Fred
cool.
signed up for season 2?
Nope. No, I'm joking. No. We're playing hardball. Mounty. That's That's what I talk about. Mommy.
No.
I want to like walking down the street I want to walk down the street like Mary J. Blige just with a big coat on.
Look at this nice guy right here.
Yes,
sir.
right here. Yeah, right here, real quick. We got to get you a mic because
What you gonna say?
Wait, also,
we're not really taping it, but no,
Wait,
you
what?
can't yell. You gotta wait in the mic.
No, I can hear him fine. Relax.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ. The Atlantic always speaks through a microphone.
For the Vice series, did you guys reach out to any of the correspondents? Who inspired you, and did you have a relationship with Vice when you guys?
Oh, with Vice? Yeah.
Shane?
I'm friends with Shane, and some of the camera guys have worked on Portlandia and stuff. So.
And they really like
TG Firestone?
Yeah, how do you know?
I make the Vice show.
You make them? So
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. You're
Look
here.
at him.
That makes so much sense. You're here.
Yeah, TG worked on. He worked on.
I just wondered
Portlandia.
if you reached out, like,
I knew right away.
Immediately.
What correspondent
Yeah.
inspired you the most?
Okay,
multiple-
right here in
I'd
the front. Take
the
the
biggest
mic.
inspiration would be Shane.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
at the
Shane,
center of it.
That idea.
You seem disturbed by that. You can accept that's okay? That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so, Seth, you said that you wouldn't want to do something that had already been done before.
Mm-hmm. Ow!
But I'm curious. I'm sure you guys saw that The Onion did their Vice parody.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that they were going to do that?
No.
How do you feel about it? Are you fans? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen. I've
it.
seen a trailer. It looks really funny.
Yeah, it looks funny.
I mean, I think
Is the Onion mocking them?
no.
The Onion has a
Let's
like
start
video
rolling.
series mocking basically the Vice HBO show, just like.
Oh,
Yeah,
But I think
found-
it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I think that
No offense.
I mean, that's the most. I think that's the most modern of the 6 we did, and so we're not surprised that's
Yeah.
one. And again, like I think I saw the trailer for the Onion one 2 weeks ago, and we shot this, 6 months ago. So.
Boom.
We're going to take Senna Fitzmaurice, I think, from Comcast,
Jesus,
right? Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, right here. And then we got to have a drink. Senna,
Woman
she's the most
irons my
powerful.
shirt.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I've been
Do it
identified
in your
as the
deep
corporate
voice. You're the most-
overlord, but I'm not
yeah.
going to ask a corporate question. Except, how are you going to defy the True Detective season 2 phenomenon?
That's a good question.
Boom.
Yeah. Keep. I don't know.
Boom?
Yeah. Boom.
Wait, what is the question?
How are we gonna? How are we not gonna True Detective our 2nd season?
Oh, is True Detective 2nd season bad?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't own a television.
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Was True Detective
I don't have
crappy?
TV. I
Was
just,
it
I
crappy?
smoke and I just read my magazine.
you have 3 children. You don't have a television.
I have 3 children. I don't have a TV. I'm like, let them do whatever they want. I'm always tired. We're just gonna work really hard and it's all down to Rhys, really.
Yeah.
It's on your shoulders, buddy.
Rhys, before this evening is over, maybe you can tell people who aren't familiar with your work kind of how you came to this project.
Slavery. No, I've worked with these guys. I've been at SNL for, I don't know, since before Bill was there.
Yeah.
Don't rub it in.
Yeah. And
But Rhys has directed so many of the great, he and Alex, they've directed all of the amazing shorts that you've seen. They did the Wes Anderson thing, which I thought was unreal, and then they directed when Stefan and Seth got married. They directed that.
But they
unreal.
started. They really started nailing styles. I think with the Wes Anderson, and they did a Louis C.K. as Lincoln thing,
Yeah.
and the Don't Go Running Round.
Oh, Don't Go Running Around Reroute, which is this is my favorite thing I ever did on SNL, which was, I don't know if you saw, it was this thing that, it was this British movie where you can't understand what people are saying.
Yeah.
It's like, and don't you go running around reroute.
Well, just on that genre piece, again, for the process of people who are interested in the process of this, I mean, it's not mimicry, but you actually, but you're following something, and if you could just give us a little bit insight into how you sort of take something apart to recreate it.
just a lot of investigation as much as we can. Like these guys were saying, we'd start, and Alex, who I worked with, and he was also the DP on the show, we just reach out to the filmmakers if they're around, whatever research we could do to find out what lenses they shot it on, what film stocks. And I mean, you couldn't see it because the aspect ratio was wrong. But
you're gonna have to just.
But we even,
shake it off.
There's
buddy.
actually we've got a very accurate sort of film grain applied to. So we really sort of tried to pay attention to every little detail and nuance of the originals. And again, you can't. It's hard to look at it and you don't immediately know by looking at what it. So again, you have to delve a little deeper. And yeah, Thin Blue Line, we got the same exact lenses that they shot the Thin Blue Line on, and even the Nanook of the North one, sort of tracked down some old glass from the 20s that had been rehoused. So
it's a phenomenal amount of work.
It's a lot of work
to get it to look like the original.
But it's fun. I mean, again, I think for someone who enjoys film, it's real fun. So getting in, and again, each time we sort of tried to delve into the logic of, like Bill was saying with Grey Gardens. So, again, well, we can't put it. It'd be impossible for the camera to be here. So just have to sort of live with it, whatever it is. But, so yeah, it's just part of the fun of doing this show.
You clearly want to just talk to Rhys because he'll give you serious answers.
Yeah. Give it up for Rhys, though.
Give it up for Rhys for giving serious answers. So, as she tries to ask us questions, we're like.
Just to wrap it up, imagine Lorne Michaels was not here, and you were to share with us the most important thing you learned from him.
Oh, don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it? Oh, you all agree with that?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. But that's me. I don't want to speak. I don't want to speak for you.
He said to me, like, check Fred's work because I told him not to overthink it.
Yeah.
Just everything he turns in, it might be like full of errors.
I do overthink it.
Yeah.
I live in a world of stress.
Yeah. And so what did he teach you?
Most of us met Lorne hours ago.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it was kind of like me and the Wizard of Oz.
The first time he walked in.
You're like, you're Lorne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few people that work for SNL who are here tonight who told me that Lorne didn't know them. They worked there for 8, 10, 12 years.
That's not true.
That's not true.
No, I'm just joking.
That's not true. It's this Atlantic way of. Yeah. No, but Lorne, I remember one time, my 4th season, he came up to me and said, "Have fun."
This is my job. I have a.
Forget my. You asked me a question.
I make stuff up.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
that's
this
good.
is the Atlantic.
That's worth it. Totally worth it.
We need to drink. We need to drink.
Let's fuck a dick, everybody.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Fred Armisen, Bill Hader, Seth Meyers, Rhys Thomas, Alex Witt.
Sorry.
Thanks you, Alex. Drinks now.